not reflect the opinion of WDBO. No.
Look at all of my labs. She's going to take all the measurements. She's going to run all of her analysis, and she's going to absolutely give me her best thinking on what's best for me. Whether she's a vegetarian or a meat lover, likes this, likes that. If she thinks I should be doing something differently, even if it's not good for her, she's going to give me an opinion that's for my interest. So what's the difference between a fiduciary and the brokers? Well, these are dietitians, these are butchers. It's that simple. Brokers are butchers selling product. Fiduciaries are dietitians looking after your health. The problem is most people think that their butcher is a dietitian. So when one of your moms or dads or friends calls the broker and says, you know, I got 200 grand, I sold a little piece of property, or I got some inheritance, what should I do with it? They're going in thinking they're talking to a dietitian, and they're really talking to Lou the butcher.
What is a fiduciary? When it comes to investing, a fiduciary is legally required to act in your best interest. For 40 years, planners at Certified Financial Group have been guiding our local clients toward financial peace of mind. The rest of the world is still catching up, but our team of certified financial planners are the local, experienced fiduciaries you can trust. Certified Financial Group are your Central Florida planners. Call us today.
40 years ago, I had a dream of building the best personal financial consulting firm in Central Florida. Now, with 14 certified financial planners acting as fiduciaries, I believe we're there. But don't take my word for it.
As we approach retirement, we have the freedom of choice.
Peace of mind that we now have, that's everything to us.
The people that work here are honest and caring, and I feel like I can go to sleep at night.
So schedule your no-obligation visit today at financialgroup.com, or we're planning tomorrow, today. For more than 40 years, our certified financial planner professionals, acting as fiduciaries, have been providing retirement planning and asset management for a fee to countless families across Central Florida.
We've been with Certified since 1992.
We're now into the third or fourth generation of clients that have come to CFG and the team here to do a great job.
It's been so long since I've been doing this that I just don't even worry about anything anymore.
We're Certified Financial Group, but we're planning tomorrow, today. Our fiduciary approach of providing retirement planning and investment management for a fee seems to resonate with our clients, but don't take my word for it.
I knew a gentleman that I worked with who had come to Certified Financial Group.
A friend of mine recommended them, and they were totally correct how good they are.
I had heard from somebody else that it was the best one in town.
I've sent several of my teacher friends here.
We're Certified Financial Group, but we're planning tomorrow, today. You may be new to the area, but we're not. For more than 40 years, our certified financial planner professionals, acting as fiduciaries, have been providing retirement planning and asset management for a fee to countless families across Central Florida.
We've been with Certified since 1992.
We're now into the third or fourth generation of clients that have come to CFG and the team here to do a great job.
It's been so long since I've been doing this that I just don't even worry about anything anymore.
We're Certified Financial Group, but we're planning tomorrow, today. Black Monday, the dot-com bust, 9/11, and now 2 wars. We've pretty much seen it all. Acting as fiduciaries, our CFP professionals have been a steady hand guiding our clients to and through their retirement years.
No reason to be worried about anything.
Stay the course. You stay the course, and you get there.
I don't have to worry about it like I know a lot of people look at it every day. I don't have to do that with the team here at Certified Financial Group.
We're Certified Financial Group, but we're planning tomorrow, today. Are you tired of trying to reach your advisor through a call center and being put on hold for 20 minutes? That's why we don't use one, and our clients seem to appreciate the personal touch.
They always answer my questions and really care about what's going on with me.
You can trust what they say, and they do what they say, and it gives you a comfort feeling it's hard to find in the world today.
You know, waiting for you to call almost. You almost feel like that.
We're Certified Financial Group, where we're planning tomorrow, today.
Always streaming inside your WDBO app. We got Dave Balakrishnan and Joe Bert, two certified financial planners from the Certified Financial Group, taking your questions live on the air today. Pick up the phone, dial 844-580-9326, or send in an open mic with your question, and I'll play it live on the air. If you want to go right to the four walls of Certified Financial Group, Joe and Dave have Win Smith taking calls off the air. And that number is 407-869-9800. And again, that feature is available if you want to talk offline with Win Smith. 407-869-9800. Back to you guys.
All right.
Thank you, Josh.
Dave, going to continue with the segment.
Absolutely. So we'll talk about, again, we're talking about the 2026 financial power play. And I kind of had a bit of an information, a few things that if you're an employee covered by a retirement plan and have a health savings account, we did this, right? So we're looking forward. But before we keep running forward, there's a few things I would say, looking back, we're on January 10th, tax deadline as an individual taxpayer is April 15th. So one of the conversations that happens a lot, right, when we're working with people, particularly, high income earners or somebody who maybe still, have a nice bonus at the end of the year. What we find is they have not paid enough taxes, right? So they have not, because again, I think in one of the previous conversations, we spoke about how bonuses are taxed differently at a certain flat rate. And so sometimes it's actually more likely that you have not paid all of your taxes. And again, the July 4th, the big beautiful bill changed some of the withholding stuff. So between all of these things, whether you paid your taxes as you should, it could be a different number. So I think it's absolutely important that you get a head start. Pull your stuff as best as you can. If you're working with somebody as a tax preparer or a CPA, get in front of them, have a conversation, at least to have a preliminary idea of what it is. You can still pay the difference as to if you have a significant amount that you owe, you can still pay by the 15th of January and not incur any penalties, right? So it's if you're, again, if for business owners or self-employed people, you'll typically know you pay your taxes in every quarter. So that fourth quarter payment is due on the 15th of January. So it's absolutely important that you go and take care of it. I mean, sometimes we see penalties that are, running into the thousands of dollars, sometimes even tens of thousands of dollars, particularly if a business owner and so on and so forth, even if a sole proprietor with a fairly successful business, you could be paying a tax penalty that can be a large number. So again, use the opportunity, take a look into your numbers from 2025, get into a conversation, start that digital tax box where you take a snapshot of any statements, your end of year statements usually have most of the information you will need. Your last pay stub is probably plenty to get started on your W-2 equivalent if you're employed. If you're self-employed, hopefully you have your profit and loss statements coming together. So again, take a look at your 2025 numbers, pull that together. So that's an important stuff to do, right?
You talked about tax surprises. I think one of the surprises that a lot of kids are going to have for the first time is the athletes that are getting these nil payments for name, image, and likeness payments.
Right.
And they're getting these huge checks, and they're spending it on new cars and so forth. They've got to pay taxes on that money, and plus Social Security taxes. I mean, it's surprise, surprise. So they talk about, hopefully they're getting tax advice somewhere along the line.
Yep.
All right, Josh, take it away.
Thank you so much. Joe Bert, Dave Balakrishnan taking your calls live on the air. 844-580-9326. It is the first new year of their world, and another one coming up in about 3 months around their wonderful Shred event. But yeah, anything that you have for a new effective date, any new numbers you want to know, it's just a way to plan your year and plan your retirement. They're taking your calls live on the air. 844-580-9326. Open mic inside the WDBO app, or Win Smith taking your calls off the air at 407-869-9800. You're listening to On the Money, where we're planning tomorrow
Today.
with the Certified Financial Group.
What is a fiduciary? When it comes to investing, a fiduciary is legally required to act in your best interest. For 40 years, planners at Certified Financial Group have been guiding our local clients toward financial peace of mind. The rest of the world is still catching up, but our team of certified financial planners are the local, experienced fiduciaries you can trust. Certified Financial Group are your Central Florida planners. Call us today.
40 years ago, I had a dream of building the best personal financial consulting firm in Central Florida. Now, with 14 certified financial planners acting as fiduciaries, I believe we're there. But don't take my word for it.
As we approach retirement, we have the freedom of choice.
Peace of mind that we now have, that's everything to us.
The people that work here are honest and caring, and I feel like I can go to sleep at night.
So schedule your no-obligation visit today at financialgroup.com, or we're planning tomorrow, today. For more than 40 years, our certified financial planner professionals, acting as fiduciaries, have been providing retirement planning and asset management for a fee to countless families across Central Florida.
We've been with Certified since 1992.
We're now into the third or fourth generation of clients that have come to CFG and the team here to do a great job.
It's been so long since I've been doing this that I just don't even worry about anything anymore.
We're Certified Financial Group, where we're planning tomorrow, today. Our fiduciary approach of providing retirement planning and investment management for a fee seems to resonate with our clients. But don't take my word for it.
I knew a gentleman that I worked with who had come to Certified Financial Group.
A friend of mine recommended them, and they were totally correct how good they are.
I had heard from somebody else that it was the best one in town.
I've sent several of my teacher friends here.
We're Certified Financial Group, where we're planning tomorrow, today. You may be new to the area, but we're not. For more than 40 years, our certified financial planner professionals, acting as fiduciaries, have been providing retirement planning and asset management for a fee to countless families across Central Florida.
We've been with Certified since 1992.
We're now into the third or fourth generation of clients that have come to CFG and the team here to do a great job.
It's been so long since I've been doing this that I just don't even worry about anything anymore.
We're Certified Financial Group, where we're planning tomorrow, today. Black Monday, the dot-com bust, 9/11, and now 2 wars. We've pretty much seen it all. Acting as fiduciaries, our CFP professionals have been a steady hand guiding our clients to and through their retirement years.
No reason to be worried about anything.
Stay the course. You stay the course, and you get there.
I don't have to worry about it like I know a lot of people look at it every day. I don't have to do that with the team here at Certified Financial Group.
We're Certified Financial Group, where we're planning tomorrow, today. Are you tired of trying to reach your advisor through a call center and being put on hold for 20 minutes? That's why we don't use one, and our clients seem to appreciate the personal touch.
They always answer my questions and really care about what's going on with me.
You can trust what they say, and they do what they say, and it gives you a comfort feeling it's hard to find in the world today.
You know, waiting for you to call almost. You almost feel like that.
We're Certified Financial Group, where we're planning tomorrow, today.
As an investor, you want peace of mind. You need to know that your advisor is not only thoroughly competent, but also a fiduciary. In other words, he or she is acting at all times in your best interests. You need to trust your advisor, regardless of how much money you have to invest or what part of the world you're in. It might not be your money you're entrusting the advisor with. Perhaps you're a board member of a charity or foundation whose future depends on prudent investment. Or perhaps you have the responsibility of making investment decisions on behalf of other people. As the trustee of a retirement plan, the decisions you make can have a direct impact on the lives of your employees. Whatever type of investor you are, the solution is to use an advisor certified by the Center for Fiduciary Excellence. A CFEX certified advisory firm demonstrates its adherence to a global fiduciary standard of excellence, a defined standard with specific criteria covering 21 best practices. The documented, repeatable processes and the evidence-based decision-making that CFEX demands are more likely to generate investment portfolios that match client needs and expectations. And because the firm voluntarily agrees to a rigorous annual audit, investors can rest assured that their advisor continues to work to the highest professional standards. This independent verification is even more critical for trustees and investment committee members of retirement plans who are legally required to conduct regular due diligence on their service providers. Use a CFEX certified firm, and that job has been done already by an expert at no expense to the plan. So why leave anything to chance? Insist on working with investment professionals you can truly trust. Insist on using a CFEX certified advisor.
Back to On the Money here on WDBO AM 580, always streaming inside your WDBO app. I got Dave Balakrishnan sitting next to Joe Bert, two certified financial planners with the Certified Financial Group, answering your calls live on the air. So all we need is your questions. We got some open lines if you want to call in. 844-580-9326, 844-580-WDBO. Send in your open mic using the free WDBO app. WDBO is so happy to be continuing partnering with the Certified Financial Group and Joe Bert and the team there, as we've done for almost 4 decades here on the air. And it's a partnership, and really you guys are just so well respected in the area. I know that you guys just again, for I don't know how many years in a row now, got nominated for one of the top financial advisory firms in the country.
Yeah, we won the award with the CNBC, one of the top 100 firms in the country, not just nominated, but chosen. And we're very, very proud of that. Out of nearly 40,000 investment advisory firms in the country, Dave and I and the 15 certified financial planners have gleaned that honor once again for 2025. So we're very proud of that. And we're trying to figure out, really, how did that happen? They don't tell you what their criteria is. They just investigate you from one end to the other. They want to know all about you and your clientele and how long you've been around, how big your practice is, how many clients you have, your fee schedule. It's a really, really thorough exam, but we don't know what the criteria is they use, but we were very, very honored to have that achievement. So, you want to get back to the topic there, Dave?
Yeah,
let's do it.
Let's keep talking. I mean, again, we started off with some of the things to do looking forward, some things to avoid. So I think that was the second one we did. The third one that we are going to move into in this segment is the heavy lifting, right? So a little bit of things, a little bit more involved, a little bit more complex. But before that, there's one more thing I want to mention. And this is for our retirees, right? So this is the retirees. The big, beautiful bill added a path to where Social Security taxes, right? The hope was to kind of have Social Security taxes waived, but I think that in a roundabout way, they've essentially added a section called the senior deduction. So it's about $6,000 for every person above the age of 65. So again, this is part of your tax planning for last year and for this year. Just make sure that if you are eligible for the senior deduction, you're taking that, number one. Again, understand that that does phase out based on your income. It starts off if you're single at $75,000, and then it phases out at about, I think, $175. And then if you are married, I think it starts to phase out at $150 and then completely goes away at $250,000. So again, this is at up to $12,000 in deductions. And this is something that I have spent, for people I work with, really looking through their tax projections and looking at opportunities to, why leave, sometimes up to $12,000 of tax deductions on the table. So again, it's something that, we do it all the time. So again, it's something to think about also for your next year, because all of this can be taken into consideration for your RMD conversion, RMDs or your Roth conversions. So there's a lot of things to think about on how to, maximize their taxes and get that power play multiplier for 2026. Right?
We still get calls on that senior deduction. Some people still tie it in with the taxation of Social Security. I know in the proposal of the original One Big Beautiful Bill that was talked about making Social Security totally tax-free, but this is the best compromise that Congress could come up with. Right. So there is no free taxation of Social Security, but indirectly there is really when you get $12,000 tax deduction.
Right. It's a roundabout way where you actually get some relief.
Yep, absolutely. For sure.
The next one here, this one is for our business owners, right? So again, business owners, it's totally natural that you are always trying to, focus on your business, maybe continuing to invest, continues to do what you do. But then you also have to plan for retirement. It's something that we sometimes see that you have spent all your energy investing in your business, and therefore, you forget retirement savings, right? The tax code provides a lot of opportunities for business owners. So again, the Big Beautiful Bill essentially introduced a few savings, right? So there is, if you're in the R&D line of work, there are some credits that you can essentially completely write off as expenses. And again, if you're a business that does equipment and purchases your car, your truck that you use for your business, primarily a heavy car, you essentially end up with having an opportunity to write all of that off as company expenses in this first year. Again, there is something called the Section 179 deduction. So there's a lot of business-related tax planning opportunities. In addition to that, so let's talk about some of the retirement account options, right? Again, if you are a sole person, single person, proprietor, sole proprietor is what I was looking for, sole proprietor, you can still, and this is one of the changes that came in, you can still start your 401k. This is, again, a one-time opportunity where you can still start a 401k for year 2025 and contribute that full amount that we spoke about earlier, right? This is the first time that's happened. Yeah. So typically they require all solo 401k accounts to be open by end of December. So with the Big Beautiful Bill, this is one of the big changes that came for business owners, that you can still open that solo 401k and maximize that. Because as you figure out your taxes, again, goes back to kind of looking back at your taxes. It's your one opportunity to do this. And then you think about your retirement accounts. You can have a SEP IRA, a solo 401k, and how you integrate all of this. Depending on your age, you can put away up to $72,000 in a retirement account. $72,000.
And if you're fortunate enough to have really good cash flow, and your business will allow it, particularly for those that are entrepreneurs that maybe have just a handful of employees. If you're 65 years old or older, I have seen plans where you can put up to $500,000 pre-tax away. Pre-tax, up to $500,000, and what's called a cash balance plan. So these things are available. You got to talk to your financial advisor. This is what Dave and I and 15 other certified financial planners do here at Certified Financial Group. So if nobody's talking to you about that stuff, give us a call. You can reach us. In fact, you reach Win right now at 407-869-9800. Go on, Dave. What else you got there?
Yeah, no. So the other piece here that I think I wanted to talk about is the retirement accounts. I think, again, I was just talking about the $72,000 is the minimum. Joe talked about the cash balance plan, which is up to $500,000. Again, those super catch-ups and the catch-ups that we spoke about earlier, right? Mm-hmm. Those apply to you as well. So again, in any of these retirement plans, you can go some $72,000, $80,000, or up to $83,250, or of course in these more sophisticated actuarial. So there's a little bit more involved, right? In fact, I actually spoke to somebody last week who called me and said, hey, I seem to have a little bit of an excess cash flow. Can I do a cash balance plan? Joe, the way I explained it to him is that is a little bit more complicated. Mm-hmm. Right? If it's something that you're doing year over year, right? It's not worth the cost to try to do it for
The one-time
It's
shot,
not. It's
exactly.
a one-time shot because it involves actuaries who
Right.
will actually try to calculate your life expectancy and then have to calculate what's the lifestyle you want to have and then come back with a bunch of calculations. And that can be expensive. Any idea, Joe, that what it might...
Oh, it's going to run maybe some $10,000 a year. But if you're saving, if you can put aside $500,000 in a nearly 40% tax bracket, that really saves it real quick. So
Exactly.
you got to put a pencil to it. Doesn't work for everybody, but in those situations, boy, it's a really, really powerful tool.
Absolutely. And that's what I told him as well, is that, if you think you can do this and pull this off every year, it's not a one-time cash
Right.
flow bonus.
Right.
It's something to seriously think about. Otherwise, it's just may not be worth it. It is an expensive ride, initial setup ride. But again, right? I think the only thing I would say is, as business owners, please, I know investing in your business is always important, but it's also important to take care of your future retirement expenses when you choose to retire. So having that retirement account, keeping that going, and wherever the opportunity presents itself, maximizing it is absolutely the way to go.
And, you mentioned it for business owners of, there's many companies that unfortunately don't have a retirement plan for their employees. And it really is something that, to retain good people today, you need to provide benefits over and above a health insurance. Because they're asking, what can you do for me for retirement?
Absolutely.
And setting up a plan is not that expensive. But you want to have a plan generally that is not offered by an insurance company, because those are usually the most expensive. So we do that here at Certified Financial Group as well. So you want more information about that, give Dave a call on Monday at 407-869-9800.
All right. So let's keep rolling. So we'll talk about some of these things that, again, we want you to really get your action going. So this one is a little bit about the lost my train of thought there. Sorry. Yeah. So get your taxes going, get your stuff organized for the next year. Again, a lot of the conversations, Roth conversions and stuff that we wanted to talk about. I think there has been opportunities to really maximize what you would do as far as your integrating your RMDs with your Roth. So again, remember, if you are taking RMDs and if you're not using the money, take your RMDs early, take them out if you want, and then you can think about Roth conversions throughout the year. Again, cash flow planning, it can take a long way, can go a long way to really get that multiplier we're talking about. So Joe, maybe we talk about the workshops?
Yeah, let's do it. We've got the one today. Good news is it's a full house. Everybody signed up, and it looks like you're starting off the year. Want to know about Social Security? We got another one coming up when, Dave?
February 7th, I think in a month from now. I think we have a repeat of pretty much the same topic. It is Social Security. It's fundamentals. I believe Charles covers it. Again, if you're thinking about retirement somewhere in the year, or you're thinking about what's the appropriate place to take it, absolutely, it's a great information session. Gets your feet wet, gets to know what's happening in the Social Security world.
Yeah, because as we say in their commercial to promote it, it's that Social Security cannot tell you what's best for you. They can only tell you what your options are, and then you're left to figure it out. And we see some mistakes that people make. We want to avoid those mistakes. If you want to sign up for that, you have to go to our website. That's financialgroup.com. financialgroup.com, click on workshops, and you can make your reservation right there. And once again, that one fills up awfully fast. We hold it right here at our Learning Center in Altamont Springs, and it'll be Saturday morning at 10 o'clock on February 27th.
The shred event is April 26th, right? No,
the shred event, but the workshop is...
So the workshop, so the one on 7th is the one on Social Security
February 7th,
again.
that's right.
February 7th. So we had one
7th,
today.
that's right.
February 7th, we have a Social Security workshop again. And then yours truly, I'm doing one on the 21st on Savvy IRA planning. So there's a few workshops. Go check
Now, what
out
are you
our
covering
website.
the IRA planning real quick?
I'm essentially talking about integrating your IRA, withdrawal strategies around it, taxes, how the tax cliff happens. So there's a lot of very interesting topics on how to make sure that you are not caught by the tax man with hands in the cookie jar.
And the date again is?
February 21st.
February 21st. Once again, go to our website, financialgroup.com, for more information.
We got Dave Balakrishnan and Joe Bert taking your calls live on the air. One more segment coming up. If you want to talk to them, 844-580-9326, 844-580-WDBO, or send in that open mic using the free WDBO app. Win Smith taking your calls off the air. If an idea comes to your mind at 10:01 and you want to just run it by the team at Certified Financial Group. Again, Win Smith is available, 407-869-9800, off the air after the show comes to a conclusion. You're listening to On the Money, where we're planning tomorrow
today
with the Certified Financial Group.
You may be new to the area, but we're not. For more than 40 years, our certified financial planner professionals, acting as fiduciaries and providing retirement planning and asset management for a fee to countless families across Central Florida.
We've been with Certified since 1992.
We're now into the third or fourth generation of clients that have come to CFG and the team here to do a great job.
It's been so long since I've been doing this that I just don't even worry about anything anymore.
We're Certified Financial Group, where we're planning tomorrow, today. Black Monday, the dot-com bust, 9/11, and now 2 wars. We've pretty much seen it all. Acting as fiduciaries, our CFP professionals have been a steady hand guiding our clients to and through their retirement years.
No reason to be worried about anything.
Stay the course. You stay the course, and you get there.
I don't have to worry about it like I know a lot of people look at it every day. I don't have to do that with the team here at Certified Financial Group.
We're Certified Financial Group, where we're planning tomorrow, today. Are you tired of trying to reach your advisor through a call center and being put on hold for 20 minutes? That's why we don't use one, and our clients seem to appreciate the personal touch.
They always answer my questions and really care about what's going on with me.
You can trust what they say, and they do what they say, and it gives you a comfort feeling it's hard to find in the world today.
You know, waiting for you to call almost. You almost feel like that.
We're Certified Financial Group, where we're planning tomorrow, today.
As an investor, you want peace of mind. You need to know that your advisor is not only thoroughly competent, but also a fiduciary. In other words, he or she is acting at all times in your best interests. You need to trust your advisor, regardless of how much money you have to invest or what part of the world you're in. It might not be your money you're entrusting the advisor with. Perhaps you're a board member of a charity or foundation whose future depends on prudent investment. Or perhaps you have the responsibility of making investment decisions on behalf of other people. As the trustee of a retirement plan, the decisions you make can have a direct impact on the lives of your employees. Whatever type of investor you are, the solution is to use an advisor certified by the Center for Fiduciary Excellence. A CFEX certified advisory firm demonstrates its adherence to a global fiduciary standard of excellence, a defined standard with specific criteria covering 21 best practices. The documented, repeatable processes and the evidence-based decision-making that CFEX demands are more likely to generate investment portfolios that match client needs and expectations. And because the firm voluntarily agrees to a rigorous annual audit, investors can rest assured that their advisor continues to work to the highest professional standards. This independent verification is even more critical for trustees and investment committee members of retirement plans who are legally required to conduct regular due diligence on their service providers. Use a CFEX certified firm, and that job has been done already by an expert at no expense to the plan. So why leave anything to chance? Insist on working with investment professionals you can truly trust. Insist on using a CFEX certified advisor.
So you guys don't know Chicago, but I'm sure in your neighborhood you guys have an old school butcher where you walk in and there's a bunch of guys, no gloves, big white aprons, and there's Frank and there's Stevie and there's Mikey. And these guys know more about meat and more about animals and more about cooking the meat than any of us will ever learn. And so you walk in and you say, hey, Lou, I need to, I'm barbecuing this weekend, right? What do you like? And Lou goes to the big racks of stuff he has underneath the glass, and he goes, the veal chops, just in from Argentina, they are the bomb. And you go, veal? Oh, I like veal. Well, what do you got on skirt steak? Oh, we got some great
hour, we got Dave Balakrishnan and Joe Bert with the Certified Financial Group answering your calls. If a question comes into your mind as this episode comes to a close, we have Win Smith taking your calls off the air at 407-869-9800. 407-869-9800. We had a question here during the break. He couldn't hang on to get a question live on the air, but he passed along his inquiry. And this listener, he said he's around 55, and he wishes he would have saved a little bit differently. But right now he's got about $250,000 in his 401k, and so he's approaching that retirement age, getting near where you got to start thinking about it, but not exactly where he wants his account portfolio to be. And he just wants to know where does he start?
Well, yeah, absolutely.
His question is typical of what we deal with day in and day out, right, Dave?
All the time. First of all, I have to say congratulations to the caller because, it's starting off with an intention to make a change, right? So I think that's something that we always have to recognize. Resolutions, we make them, we break them. But again, you start with intention, you can go a long way in getting things going, right? At age 55, there's at least another 10 years before retirement, right? So there's several things we covered in the show today, which is about, looking at your cash flow, looking at your retirement accounts and contributing and trying to max it. Hopefully, that's the first place to start, is really understand your income, understand your expenses, and then pay yourself first. This is what we talk about in our fundamentals of financial planning. Pay yourself first, your future self first. In other words, try to save in your retirement accounts, maximize those savings. So that's the first place to start. And believe it or not, we do this question. We answer this question all the time. And 10 years, and with some discipline, it can make the difference. The power of compounding and that discipline of, say, paying your future self first can change this. And there's absolutely nothing bad to feel about the fact that you just got to 250 in 401k. There's a lot of noise out there on these, you need to have so much saved by this age. All that doesn't matter. It is a function of what your lifestyle is, what your expenses are. And if you can be disciplined enough to save yourself, save this on a regular basis, again, 10 years is such a long time. You could have a great lifestyle as you move forward. And go ahead, Jeff.
Vanguard has just released a study. I don't know if you saw it, Dave. Where I don't know how many thousands of their investors they surveyed, and the number one benefit that they found that a planner or an advisor will give to you is not the performance on your money, but it's peace of mind.
Correct. Yes, I saw that.
It's taking the fear, the anxiety away. So when you put your head on the pillow at night, you know exactly where you are, but more importantly, what you need to do.
Correct.
The worst thing is to wake up in Craig's case at age 65 and look back and say, gee, I wish I would have known. Because time is a great asset. If you know what you need to do, it's easy to fix. And the worst thing you want to do is perhaps retire a year or two early, depending on what your situation is. So that's what planning comes in. This is what Dave and I and the 15 other certified financial planners do. We are certified financial planners. We charge a fee for our services, unlike folks out there that want to give it away. We believe our services are worth the price you pay. The price is modest, but you walk away with peace of mind. And that's the most important thing that we can provide to our clients. And we won't pull any punches. If we see that you're not going to make it, we're going to tell you, and we're going to tell you what you need to do. Then it's up to you to take the medicine and do it.
Yep.
But our job as a doctor would be, if we see an issue in your health life, your financial life, we're going to tell you. And that's what our role and responsibility is to get you to and through those retirement years. So if you want more information, Craig, give Dave a call on Monday morning. We're glad to sit down with you. We offer a no-obligation visit. You can come up here and kick the tires or you have a good cup of coffee, and Dave will show you what he does and how we do it here at Certified Financial Group. And you can learn more about us going into our website. That's financialgroup.com. That's financialgroup.com. And you can also reach Win Smith, who's in our office right now at 407-869-9800.
All right. Congratulations, Craig, again, for taking that initiative. And again, before we run away from the show today, there's been a lot of good stuff. Take action. Don't wait for that lightning to strike while you're running away from that shark in the desert. Get things going, and wish you all a great 2026.
Sound advice from the professionals at Certified Financial Group. Thank you so much for listening to On the Money, where we're planning today with the Certified Financial Group.